Collins.
Thank you, Chair. 315 billion euros, Mr Juncker says, will be invested across Europe with his plan. Now, unless I've missed something, it doesn't appear that the EU has a spare 315 billion lying around. And with member states that are either bankrupt or having to impose tough austerity measures due to the failure of the euro or the mismanagement of their own economies, I just can't see where this is going to come from. So somewhere along the line, we're going to have to magic this 315 billion. You say most of it will come from private investors. So how is that going to work? The EU will put together a 21 billion guarantee fund, and you say that for every €1 spent by the EU on a risky debt of a project, will somehow encourage another €4 of investment from the private sector. There is then some kind of dodgy calculation where you multiply that 21 billion by 15, which equals 315 billion. And when questioned about this, we are told this is based on an assumption that this sort of thing has happened before. The whole thing is based on some very, very suspect calculations. These are dodgy assumptions and a misunderstanding about how private investment works. And to be frank, like all big EU projects, the Common Agricultural Project, the Common Fisheries Project, and let's not forget the euro, all grand EU plans tend to end up in a disaster. So to go around saying 315 billion will appear out of nowhere is at best a woeful overestimation and at worst a cynical and deceptive attempt to win headlines. UK experience with big EU spending projects is that of red tape, money not going to the people who really need it, fraud and waste. And of course, the EU accounts have never been signed off over 2 decades. This fantasy that 350 billion will save the euro and the EU will not happen. Even if you raise this kind of money, it won't help. The folly of having countries which have drastically different economies locked together in the euro has led to disaster for Greece, Southern Europe and millions of other people across Europe. No matter how much money you throw at this, it will not save this dying union. Thank you.